We booked a Cornish campsite for 2 nights, which started at £110 all in, but by the time we finished booking, it had risen to £164. That's £82 a night.
What do you think to £110 hire charge?
Is that for the year?
Before we get into this video, there's only half of you that watch us regularly that are currently subscribed, so we'd really appreciate it if you hit the subscribe button, and then we can keep putting some more love and time into these videos to make it more fun for you to watch.
Thank you.
So what are we talking about then? It's not this campsite that we're at.
No, it's not.
And one thing that we need to say, I think, is that we've been down in Cornwall for quite a while now, and the campsites have been brilliant. So it's not the actual quality of the campsite that we've got a problem with.
Not at all.
It's just this one. And we did know how much it was before we booked it. But the reason why we booked it is because we wanted to show you guys what's actually out there.
Yeah,
and
that's right.
Just as little trends catch on, this could be a trend that we could see being propagated throughout the UK, and I hope that that's not the case, because we don't really think it's maybe all that legal, is it,
Right,
from the
sounds
research
dodgy to
we've
me.
done. Now, as you know, we're not lawyers, so we're not going to mention the site because, one, we don't want to cause them any issues with the business, and also because we're not lawyers, we're not 100% sure if we have got this right. So you can let us know in the comments, especially if you're from a legal background.
A lot of this is our opinion, isn't it?
Yeah, our opinion and some research done online, isn't it? So how does it get from £110 to £164? So that's gone from £55 to £82. The most obvious extra cost would be the dogs.
That's right.
So how much were the dogs?
They're £5 per dog per night.
Okay,
We were 2 nights, so that's £20.
£20. Now, we've learnt from past experience not to jump the gun and just say, no, it's a charge for the dogs, it's not a good thing. There are sites that do provide for the dogs. So what was provided for the dogs for £5 a night?
Nothing.
Nothing.
No. There was no dog walk, there was no dog bin. You were encouraged not to walk them on the site at all.
So-
Nothing.
So again, what have we paid £5 for then?
Not sure.
No. That puts us up to, so that's 110,
Yeah.
and then £20 for the dogs, that's 130. So we're still £34 short of the total. So other extra charges then?
So there's a booking fee.
Do you book through a third party?
No, you can book directly with them on their website, which is what I did.
Right.
It's £4 to book online. When you go to book it online, you can't grey that out or anything. It's compulsory, the £4. If you book over the phone, it's different though.
Why?
It's £12.
What, to book over the phone?
If you speak to somebody over the phone, the booking fee is £12.
Why?
We didn't speak to anybody over the phone. We did it online. Why? You're speaking to somebody, taking up the time.
£12?
Correct.
You know, when you book through PitchUp, I get it, where you're going through a third party and PitchUp provides the resources to book it. So that makes sense to me. But if it's your business and you've set a price per night and then you put on £4 extra.
Oh, £12 extra.
So it's more expensive to go for one night then? Because if you went for a week, you'd only pay that £4 for the full week.
Yeah, that is true. So we paid £4 as well.
Okay, so that's £134.
Yep,
There's still £30 missing.
that's right. There's another cost.
And what's that?
That's compulsory cancellation fee.
Cancellation fee?
That's how it's described, yes.
It's a cancellation fee. And how's that work?
Well, we take £30 from you. There's like an insurance policy.
Is it just £30 or do you have to also pay a deposit or the full fee?
No, you pay your deposit. You'd pay your deposit.
So what happens is you pay a £30 cancellation fee and you either pay your deposit or the full amount. Now, if you cancel, you have to cancel 2 weeks prior to your booking. And that is only for a certain number of things that you're allowed to cancel for, which includes serious things.
Yeah.
You can see on the website, like the death of a spouse, redundancy, accident, other family members on the wider family members, they're not included. And in order to get your money back, you have to provide proof, and they want to see either P45s, doctor's notes, or death certificates.
Okay.
I don't know what you guys think. I think that's a bit of an overstretch for a camping holiday. I think that's too
For a
much.
one-night camping holiday, I think that's a bit much, yeah.
The other thing is, I thought how things worked, where you paid a deposit, and if you cancelled, they kept the deposit.
Yes.
When you've stayed
Yep.
and you've completed it and you don't need to cancel, do you get the cancellation fee back?
No. No, you don't get that back.
You don't get a cancellation fee
No,
back.
they keep that.
Right. And this insurance policy, who's it with?
Is it with them directly?
Did you get any documents
No
through?
documentation. I don't know anything about, no documentation.
Were you given a 14-day cooling off period?
I don't know. Nobody told me that there was a 14-day cooling off.
Because I think legally they've got to be regulated by FSA. Now, I'm not sure, because when we've been doing this research, they've said that if it's less than 25% of the total amount that you've paid, then they kind of can do this. But is it cancellation fee, of which if you haven't cancelled it, you can't really charge a cancellation fee? Or is it an insurance policy of which there's like a load of regulation around
I've
it?
not signed anything or to agree to that. I guess
Who were the underwriters for this insurance policy?
I have no paperwork for it. I've never seen any paperwork for it.
How they've got it billed is cancellation protection. And there is a workaround, because they're saying it's not actually mandatory. But if you book online, it's greyed out.
Yeah, there isn't an option to deselect it.
So you do have to pay for it, but then you can write in the box at the side that you've got your own insurance, and then they'll cancel it. But that seems like it's a refund. We didn't go down that route, so it might not be that, but it does seem like that's a refund. Sorry.
But you have to pay it up front and I presume they give it you back?
There's a refund.
Yes.
But if you don't want to pay them that, then I presume you've got to ring them up, but then you trigger the £12.
I don't know if they would...
So they still make £8 out of it anyway.
If you think of it like that.
Now, when we're researching it, there are all sorts of legal stuff that came up and all these regulations and everything, and we're not going to quote them because we're not barristers or lawyers, but it has been an interesting little outing for us.
An eye-opener.
And that's where the £30 came from. So it's like part of the booking, really. It's part of the price of it, which would put £15 per night on for us. Now, the longer you stay, you should think, well, it's going to get cheaper. So if you stay for 7 nights, then £30 spread over that.
Okay.
So the only thing is that the more the booking, the more the cancellation fee is, and it rises up. So you can end up paying £60 on there.
And if you turn up, you don't get that back.
No, you don't. So it's just they just get that and keep it.
Because we were always going to turn up, so we had no option here.
Yeah.
It was dead money, really, wasn't it?
Just interesting, what do you think about this? Have you seen it anywhere else? Because we haven't. Now, in fairness to the campsite, in case you think you identify it, the campsite itself was really nice.
Yeah, we really enjoyed it.
It was really clean,
Flat pitch.
flat pitches. It had got a really amazing location, and the staff were friendly.
Spot on, yeah.
So, it was good. Now then, the only thing else to talk about is there's not much of a signal down there, is there?
Oh, well, there was none.
But don't worry, because you can connect to their Wi-Fi.
Yes.
And that's £5 a day.
But there's a
There's a limit
yeah.
on there. And it doesn't work very well, apparently, from what we've heard. So, but they'll have that off you as well. So there we go. That's our little short video about this campsite. Let us know in the comments if you've ever seen this cancellation insurance that's been provided. Let us know if you think it's a right thing, way forward. If you think that it's legal, or if it's just how it is. Now, some of you is going to say, well, you stayed there, you booked it, but you got to think we're making these videos to help people out. One thing I would say is that everybody that were on the site seemed to be enjoying it.
That's right, yeah.
We wondered, maybe it's us that's out of touch, but we found out that a lot of people had turned up on a rally at £21 a night, so I'd be over the moon at that, would you?
Oh, yeah, absolutely, yeah.
But at £82, probably not.
No, definitely not.
Anyway, thanks so much for watching. Let us know. We shall see you next time.